Results always happen when you stop caring. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about results always seem to happen when you stop caring. Now let me just quickly go into what I mean by stop caring. Stopping caring in my definition means simply letting go of a situation, not becoming cold or resentful. So in terms of dating and relationships, if you're hoping to have better results in that area, it's not a good idea for you to become a cold, mean person who's like, oh, I don't care, stuff like that, because that shows that you do care, right? If you're like, I don't care, right? You do care because you are having this kind of like resentful attitude towards it, because that's what you're displaying when you're acting and behaving like that. When you're being cold, when you're being mean, you still care, otherwise you wouldn't be putting that negative energy into it, okay? You wouldn't be having this like resentful kind of feeling towards it. So therefore, when you stop caring, what this really means is you let go of the situation. You become at peace with the situation. You realize that this is just how it is, and therefore you let go and you come to terms with it. It doesn't mean being mean, doesn't mean being cold, it doesn't mean being resentful and kind of just being, turning your back on the world and other people and just being a bit of a meanie, right? That's not what it means. And generally, being resentful, being cold often leads to more of those kinds of emotions. So when you let go of a situation, when you stop caring so much about a situation, that's when it tends to improve. That's usually when it tends to get a lot better. When you focus on, let's say, different areas of your life instead of your love life, instead of other things that are really important to you, and you start focusing on these different sections of your life. So, for example, let's say you've put a lot of emphasis on your relationships recently and finding a partner, or it could be that you're still attracted to someone and you really, really want them. When you start focusing on different areas and you start caring less basically about your love life, that's when your love life starts to improve, because you're no longer so attached to it. Because the problem is, when we become really attached to something, when we become really attached to an outcome or a person, we end up making mistakes because we have all this emotion behind it. We get very emotional and we become irrational. And therefore, we make mistakes. Therefore, let's say in relationships, we message too much. We become overly needy and insecure. And because of that, we make mistakes. And usually the people that we are attracted to run away out of our lives, or they become less attracted to us. Because basically you are becoming too emotional about it. So you need to become less emotional about it and focus on different areas. You essentially need to let go, right? You need to stop caring so much. And when you stop caring so much, you make less mistakes. And when you make less mistakes, you end up getting better results. And that's what it means when you stop caring, results come. When you stop caring so much, that's when things start to happen, because you're not making as many mistakes. So essentially, surrendering to what is, so this could be your life circumstances, when you surrender to it, when you let go of it, you get more inner peace. Now, it doesn't mean that you resign yourself to being stuck, right? That's not what it means. It doesn't mean that you're like, okay, well, this is just my circumstances. I'm just going to be like this forever. Because that still, kind of has that kind of resentment towards it. It kind of still has that kind of bad negative energy towards it. But when you kind of surrender and you just basically focus on what you can focus on, what you can control. So like this might be your current moment, like the present moment. You can always focus on those things. But if you're worried about if someone's going to message you back in the future, if you're, feeling bad about the past, that is when, you become more emotional and you start making more mistakes. Whereas if you just, take the moment as it is and you focus on what you can do currently. So this could be working on your career, it could be on your business, it could be working on your health, all these different things, all these different important areas that should have, some more of your focus and attention. You start to worry less about the future and being stuck in the past. So one of the great ways you can actually do this is by just simply trying your best every day. So whatever you are doing in the current moment, it could be while you're at work, it could be whatever you're doing, outside of work, like it could be your exercise, it could be, going on dates with people, just focus on that current moment. Just focus on making that experience the best experience it can be, or if it's something to do with work, then trying your best in every kind of moment that you possibly can, giving your best effort basically, and become less attached to the results of that. Just focus on what, that current moment is giving you, that current action that you're taking. Don't focus on the results. The results will come in time. But if you become too focused on the results, if you become too results orientated and less focused on your current action is going to be less effective because you're too busy thinking about the future. You're too busy, thinking about the results instead of doing what is necessary right now. So therefore, that's why when you stop caring, results come. Stop caring so much about the results and the results will come. Focus more on what you can do right now, currently. So let's say in the past, you were really, really focused on your relationships. Let's say that was a really big thing that you really, really cared about, especially when you're dating, right? So when you went on dates, you really cared about the results. You really cared about whether this person likes you or not. You really cared about whether or not this person wants to be with you, whether or not you're going to be in a relationship. Let's say you really, really cared about that, and you really, really were focused on it. So that means you may have been overanalyzing text messages, like things like that, scrolling on their social media page, looking at their photos, daydreaming about them. But when you stop caring less, and again, remember, not caring doesn't mean being mean or cold to the people that you like and the people that you're attracted to and interested in. But what it does mean is letting go of the situation and becoming at peace with the situation. Having this take it or leave it attitude. So that means when you go on a date, you're not focused on the results. You're not focused about getting them to be in a relationship with you. But instead you're focusing on, just the current moment and not, having this kind of attitude of, well, they can take it or leave it. They're either going to like me or they're not going to like me. And that's fine because they can't really control how they're attracted to me. I may be attracted to them, but I can't control their attraction for me. I've got to realize that it's not in my control. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So I'm just going to focus on enjoying the moment, enjoying the day, and having a good time, right? That's the attitude that you have to have when you go into a date. You can't be too attached to this person. So when that happens, you'll realize that you start to have more successful dates. Those people that you go on dates with want to see you more because you're less attached, you're less needy, you're less insecure. You have stopped basically trying to prove yourself, right? You've stopped trying so hard. And because you've stopped trying so hard, you become more yourself, you become more relaxed, and you have more of a fun time. And therefore, they have more of a fun time, right? And because of that, you have more successful dates because you have stopped caring. You have let go. You have realized that this person can take it or leave it. I know that I'm a worthy person, a person who's worthy of love. And if they don't like me after this date, that's fine. And if they do, that's also fine. And you have to have that attitude. And when you have that attitude, that's when the results will start to show in your romantic life. And it's the same with other areas of your life as well. When you stop caring so much, when you stop becoming so focused, so emotionally attached to all these different outcomes in your life, that is when you start to see more results because, again, you're not as emotional, so you're making less mistakes. You're enjoying yourself a bit more, so then, you get better results that way because you're actually, having a better mindset, you have better mental health during those moments instead of being so highly pent up and stressed. And you just get better and better results. You just get better and better outcomes. And that is why results always happen when you stop caring. If you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. On the shop page of that website, you'll be able to find a free dating and relationship PDF. If you do get that and if you do read it, then please let me know if there's anything you'd like me to add to it or any critiques so I can make it the best product possible for those people that want it. Thank you so much for watching and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.